Well, since it is summer, most of us are spending a lot of time outdoors, especially if you have a dog. But there are some dangers outside for your pet when it comes to things that grow during the summer months. Today on You Can Grow It, Garden Master Jim Duthie tells us about a common plant growing throughout southwest Idaho that can hurt your four-legged family member, and it might even be growing in your neighborhood.
Roaming the foothill trails with our pets is one of the things we love about living in the Treasure Valley. But there are some hidden dangers you need to be aware of that could put your pet at risk.
So the valley's full of them, and all the places we like to play with our dogs are loaded with them.
We're talking about the seed heads from a plant that is common throughout southwest Idaho, cheatgrass.
These get up in between their toes and form these nasty abscesses. They get in the ears and cause ear infections. They get in the eyes and cause ulcers in the eyes. And the valley, of course, is full of them.
Dr. Jeff Rosenthal with the Idaho Humane Society says that almost every veterinary hospital in the valley sees lots of dogs and cats this time of year with cheatgrass and other seeds lodged in their bodies, causing infections in their ears, eyes, and noses. And often, it requires surgery to remove those seeds, a painful experience for the pet and an expensive one for the pet owner. Cheatgrass grows tall tassels, and as they dry out with the heat of the summer, these tassels start to break apart. When a dog brushes up against them, it comes apart into little darts or arrows that will actually stick into their skin and into other areas of their body.
These little missiles, they're just designed by nature to stick in things. They'll only move forward, they won't ever move back unless they're grasped and removed.
Like the barbs on an arrow.
They're like the barbs on an arrow.
There are several places on a dog's body where cheatgrass and other seeds can get stuck and cause injury.
So number one is between the toes. And up in between each of the toes, there's a little pocket up in the top here. And that's where that grass seed will get lodged and start working its way in, right in between the webs here. The other common place is in the ear canal. Doesn't seem to matter if they have upright ears, floppy ears, a lot of fur, no fur. These little guys, when they run through the grasses, they're just bombarded with hundreds and hundreds of these grass-awns, these seeds. And sooner or later, one will get down in the ear canal, cause a lot of discomfort and an infection. So usually that means a trip to the vet to have them removed.
The eyes are also a vulnerable spot.
Dogs have a third eyelid, so if I push on the eye here, you'll see that third eyelid pop up from the inside. So if your dog comes back inside and that third eyelid is elevated that way, there's a really good chance that there's a grass seed stuck behind that gland. And then the nose, we see cheatgrass get up in the nose, and if your dog starts sneezing, just incessantly sneezing over and over again, even sneezing up blood, there's probably a grass seed stuck up in that nasal cavity. And then in the mouth as well, and back in the tonsils, we get cheatgrass in there.
So what can you do about it?
So it's hard to prevent, except that examining between your dog's toes whenever you get back from a walk and removing those things early rather than let them burrow in there. They're very painful. So this time of year is just really good to be on guard and wary, and really look over your dog after every walk.
Cheatgrass isn't just in the foothills. It can pop up in vacant lots and even in your own yard. And if you do see issues with your pets, be sure and get them to a veterinarian immediately. For Idaho's News Channel 7, I'm Jim Duthie.